Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Stonehearth, and it is Alpha 21. Just came out. Not exactly sure which day. I didn't look at it on Steam. I've been pretty busy with work, but this is the first episode we've got with Alpha 21, so I'll be talking about that among probably some other things, because there's probably not really enough to fill a whole episode just talking about the new alpha. But it added a number of things, some of which we're not going to see because they're additions to Embark. You can see this looks slightly different color-wise. Probably some theming specifically for Rayya's children here. We got some attacks. You may notice that people are being much more efficient with their route selection, it seems. One of the updates was pathfinding related, so specifically it was about avoiding trying to find impossible paths. So I don't know if that's actually going to sell as much as we can there just to get some money. I paused because we're being attacked, but it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guy group that's kind of big. Attack the healer. But yeah, hopefully the Pathfinder, I don't know if like just saying, well, they're not going to attack, they're not going to go do things they can't reach. I don't know if that's enough to actually fix the issues that the game has had. I don't know if that's the only bug. Thankfully in this particular playthrough it hasn't been that bad, but we'll see how it goes here. And then maybe adjust as necessary if we need to. But for now it's promising, especially because it looks like they're finally building shit. Some of the other changes are mood-based, like with how they calculate if their room is spacious and whatnot, so might actually see some positive. What's going on here? HP? No, that's EXP. Nice. Different layout here. This is actually very handy. We don't have to click on people to see it, and I'm assuming you can probably sort by these. Does not appear so. Still, that's good. But, why are you unhappy? Because you're hurt. Okay. But we might actually see some people who are happy now, as opposed to before where they were just kind of perpetually mad. Or not mad, but sad, I guess. Come on. Move past this asshole. Make him run back the way we want him to. There we go. But yeah, those were two of the changes. The Embark stuff is a little bit more than just two, but they also added traits. So individual Hearthlings have traits, and I don't know if that requires a new game. Most of the changes that historically that they've made have not required a new game, so I'm hoping this doesn't either, but I'll have to take a look and see. This is nice though that they're actually getting this built. We're going to need to put a ladder to get this crap off the roof. I don't know why they always do that. It's very frustrating. It's okay, we'll get rid of it. And then maybe they'll work on this one, but it's looking like it's fucked, so I'm probably just going to break it down. Let's just get rid of it. There we go. And can get rid of this. Those need to be broken down. So I will do this. There we go. That should let them get up to these ladders so that they can break them down as well. This one won't, it's not allowed to be broken down, but we'll deal with it somehow. I can always use a console command if I need to. But yeah, so let's see if we can find some traits. What about you? No traits. Okay. So maybe if we generate a new Hearthling, they'll gain traits. Let's see, is anyone actually happy? Nope, everyone is still stuck at content. Let's see. Yeah, that, I mean, it's got positive pressure, so maybe things got reinitialized as part of being Alpha 21. Who knows, but we'll keep an eye out for it and see how that goes. Have any crafting we need to do? Yeah, we do. 150 divided by 5 is 30. Yeah, it's 30. So I'll do 25 here. Clear up some inventory, consolidate it into a smaller number of items. Oh, there's a bug. Scaffolding. It's probably because we got rid of the ladder. Or that ladder there, because we got rid of the house, was bugged out. Okay, you can get rid of this ladder as well. And I think we're going to try and get rid of all this going out to here, I'm thinking. So we will go like, how about that? And then here and here. And we'll deal with this one later, but for now, this is fine. So yeah, I've been mostly working this week. Honestly, I haven't had much time for anything else, but class finished. Or this class finished, so until the next round of them starts up, I'll have a little bit more free time. Which will be nice, but not really enough to really mean much. I will be... Actually have some I have some time off coming up, so that'll be nice. But I also have some outside of work coming up to get the rental up to snuff, get it repaired and everything so that we can get some tenants, which shouldn't be too bad. I just have to, it's out of town by a pretty sizable margin, so there's a fair bit of work that has to go into making that happen. But as far as the channel goes, I have a few different games. I've been meaning to get them going, but I just keep getting sidetracked with other projects or issues, and it's been tough to get the ball rolling. But my goal is that starting next week, we're going to have at least one new series, possibly two. And I don't think there's going to be any further changes to the current lineup, though Stonehearth is definitely falling off in a big way, so we'll see how that goes. Not anywhere near as popular as it used to be, it seems. But we'll see. The nice thing is Life is Feudal is doing really well, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I really like my new town that I've built. It's much nicer. Okay, so we should try to get to another villager as soon as we can. Are we actually going to be able to do that? I think we might be able to. Let's give him something to build here. Because I can put one in the back. If I can find the damn... There it is. Do not delete it. There we go. Oh, they also added the ability to rebind keys, I think, but I'm not really someone who's that interested in that, to be honest with you. I kind of just want it to work out of the box. I don't want to have to worry about customizing the controls. That's something that I don't really enjoy doing. I'm not good at understanding what I want, really. Like if you ask me, well, what are good keybinds? I'm just going to tell you whatever the industry standard is. I have no idea what's comfortable. And if you have like a new kind of thing, or something specific to your game, I have no fucking clue what the right choice for the controls in that scenario is. I'm terrible at that. I'm good at design, I'm good at writing, and I'm awful at UI design. And when I say design, I mean game design. Like, I can think of good mechanics, I think, and I can't really execute them because I lack the skills at the moment, though I'm confident that I could learn them relatively easily, given time. I mean, when I say easily, I don't mean quickly. I just mean I could learn them. And that's just programming, basically, and understanding how programming works within the context of a game, which is something that I want to do eventually, but where's the time? There's never any time. Maybe one day I will be set on YouTube or Twitch or something, and that'll be enough money to justify doing that, but I sincerely doubt it. Because the thing is, even if I did that, I'd probably be better off spending the time becoming a CPA, going through school, than doing, you know, making games. As fun as it would be to make games, the problem is, like, fact of life living in California is, if you want to live in California, you can't really pursue your dreams unless you're already rich, I feel. It's just not, the financial implication of living here is too severe to allow you to do something suboptimal without paying a significant price for it, so that's okay. I don't know if designing a game is right for me anyway. I have you know, just like anyone who plays games, I've got good ideas, or I think I have good ideas. Whether or not that actually matters or means anything is a completely different issue. It's fun to think of, though. I'll probably just try to write, you know, write some stories and then see if that goes anywhere. Then maybe that's a little bit more money. And I think my right ear just stopped working. Is that my headset or is that my ear? I think I'm just crazy. I need to pop it or something. That was very strange. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I'm not even like normally that would happen when you're congested, but I'm not even congested. What the hell? I'll have to pop my nose after the episode. That's okay. Alright, how are we looking on net worth here? I'd really like to see if we can get someone with... Oh, you're gonna make me add it up? That's really obnoxious. No, you're not. But this isn't accurate. I'm at like 16 something, I thought. It's still very stupid about, oh, you don't have any food. Oh. You absolutely have different kinds of food, you idiot. Alright, let's take a look at our chef. See if they're working. Yep, they are. Anything else we can do? Definitely. Let's do 50-50 for after this. Might as well. Oh, really? Oh yeah, it's not that bad. We're just gonna kill him. Could you not die, though? Military taking their sweet time getting out here. Alright, I'll just focus fire. Help him out here. But yeah, I've got, I don't know, I think 2 games. One of them looks a lot more promising than the other. One of them is... Well, no, I've got... Okay. Excuse me. Let's take a step back. I've got one new game that I've never played before that I think is relatively new in general. I've got one older game which I enjoy, but it's an older game. And then I have another game that I think is new that doesn't look... It looked pretty promising when I initially picked it up. Now I'm looking at it more, I'm thinking, it's not as good as I'd hoped, unfortunately. It's still okay, but I gotta figure out if it makes sense for videos, I guess. We'll see what happens. RimWorld has had some updates. I could go make some RimWorld content, and I probably will at some point, but I don't know if there has been enough just yet to justify that. Even though, like, there absolutely has been a ton of new stuff. It's awesome, actually. I haven't picked it. I haven't felt like a desire to pick it up myself, so I haven't picked it up myself, which means I haven't done videos. So that's probably not going to happen for a while, just because I'm not feeling any particular desire to play it again at the moment. But I still respect the hell out of that game. I just wish moods weren't so shitty. I really feel like, and I've talked about this before in RimWorld videos, I really wish the mood system in RimWorld was more kind of in line with what happens in Dwarf Fortress, where you have an opportunity, like it's a very clear... I know you can... Okay, the response to me complaining about this to a degree is that I need to get good. I understand that. But at the same time, I do wish it was a little bit more clear what was going wrong, I guess. So, anyway. To a degree, it is me just whining, and that's fine. If you want to call me out on that, that's totally acceptable. I just would prefer a little bit more like Dwarf Fortress. And I know, yes, I could do Dwarf Fortress videos, but I don't think that's really good for YouTube content. I'll do it on the side at some point for fun, but that's really like a pure entertaining myself kind of thing. I don't think that's that great for viewers personally. And it'd be like maybe a few episodes, maybe like probably less than 20, maybe less than 10, just to be like, hey, this is Dwarf Fortress, here's how it works. Because the game deserves more exposure, and I wish more YouTubers would just play it a little bit and just show people, hey, look, this is Dwarf Fortress. But I think a lot of people just aren't into that kind of game, I guess. It's probably just a little bit too intense for them, which is understandable. Oh, maybe that is actually accurate. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we need 1075. We're nowhere near that. We need like at least one more of these, probably more than that. I'm surprised it's taking them so long now. They seem to be going slower. It's a little frustrating. Perhaps we're out of wood. That would be very surprising, but it's entirely possible. I wouldn't say we're out. It looks like we're getting low-ish, but I don't know that I really buy that. Okay, let's pop some steroids here. But yeah, new videos next week. That's the plan. Possibly the old game and the new game. The old game I can just tell you is Long Dark. I enjoy the Long Dark. It's a Canadian game. So, blah blah blah, patriotism, whatever. It's just a fun little game. I've been playing it for a long time. I pick it up. It's one of those games, there's a few, including Subnautica, that are in the same category where it's like I really enjoy it, but not enough to really go nuts with it. So I just sort of play it once every few months, and I play it like, not non-stop, but a lot, for maybe less than a week, sometimes up to a week, but usually like just a few days. And I play a shitload of it, and that's like all I do outside of work. And then I go back to not playing it. So, it's a little, I don't know, bingey. That's just how I work with those games. I don't know why. They're not really games that I feel like I can pick up and put down and come back to at random times. That just doesn't work for me for whatever reason. Couldn't tell you why. I think we're fine down here. I don't want to mess around with that too much, actually. I would like to give my blacksmith something to do, but it's fine. I'll just make one of those. We don't really need metal, so I could just keep my blacksmith. Ooh. Owning okay, so scaffolding issues are occurring. Go look at the new housing in a second here. Are we out of clay? There's no fucking way, right? We might be. Okay, well, if that's the case, then yeah, maybe it is time to do some mining. So we're not going to get a new person this episode. I think that ship has sailed. Unfortunately. Okay, we'll get that going. Get some more clay down here. We'll dig out a little bit more. Invaders. Oh, they're coming from that side. That's a little bit of a problem. It's one of the big groups, too. Right? Isn't it? Stop. Fuck off with the scaffolding errors. Holy shit. They have healers, yeah. It's okay, we'll deal with them. They're not so scary. Stop dodging. There you go. And now we're fine. Now I can just focus them down. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Should probably be killing this guy first, but it's fine. The other guy's taking his sweet time. I actually got really lucky as well this week. I picked up a Pro Controller for the Wii, or sorry, I almost said the Wii U, for the Switch. And let me tell you, do not let anyone tell you that you can play with the Joy-Cons, because the Joy-Cons are fucking terrible. There's one game on the Switch. I will not let anyone else tell me otherwise. Everything else on that console is shit, or a pack-in title, not an actual game. There's one game, it's called Breath of the Wild, you may have heard of it. And the only way to play that game is with a Pro Controller. So the console, as far as I'm concerned, is 390, well, it's 370 plus tax. No question. Because, to be blunt, if you pay 300 just to get the base console, if I'm remembering the price right, I could be mistaken, but I think it's 300, right? If you just buy the base console, you have no input, in my opinion, because the Joy-Cons are simply not an acceptable way to play a game. They're just not. If I had little baby hands and I could dislocate my thumb to move it directly downward without rotating it, I could use the Joy-Cons. But I do not have baby hands, and I cannot dislocate my thumb on command. So, yeah. Anyway. Little rant there. I'm just pissed off. The controller shouldn't be $70, and it shouldn't be a separate purchase. And I love Breath of the Wild. It's a good game, but like everything that's coming together, like all the circumstances surrounding it and everything. I told Karen this a few days ago and she laughed, but I wasn't joking. Horizon Zero Dawn is a better game than Breath of the Wild. Horizon doesn't lag. Horizon doesn't drop frames. And Horizon doesn't require a $70 peripheral that every other console has standard. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, Horizon looks way fucking... You can say, okay, yeah. Even allowing for the fact that Breath of the Wild has an art... It's a style, it's not meant to be realistic. Horizon looks better. Horizon, for what it is trying to be, looks better than Zelda does for what it is trying to be. And that's not an issue, I think that's a console issue. And I'm gonna count that against Breath of the Wild, because it could have been a PC game. Anything can be a PC, anything can be an anything game, it's just people are douchebags about wanting their money and wanting everything on their own proprietary bullshit, so... This is why we can't have nice things. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for the next one as well. Take care.